She's like trying to play a game of chicken with me, thinking I'm gonna swerve like a chicken.
March, we've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend.
But you can't swerve. You gonna roll up and be like,
Bok bok, bitch.
okay, maybe like not as aggressive.
We just got back from watching Crazy Rich Asians. And our thoughts, we had a good time.
We had a good time.
I have to admit, it was a lot better than I would have ever expected.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't think I would enjoy rom-com.
I know. The whole time I was like, oh crap, John's probably like, can you just like finish the movie?
Can I sneak out during a bathroom break and go next door to watch like an Avengers movie or some superhero thing, right? Now, considering that neither of us have actually read the book, we were going in with a clean slate and just enjoying it for what it was. And it was really well done.
I love the story. I love the places. It's really funny.
It is firmly in the camp of a romance plus comedy. So the actress Constantine Wu is fantastic in this movie. In fact, I think she is actually the centerpiece of all this. And I didn't expect that. I honestly thought she was going to like overplay the role. Because in the TV show, she is playing an over-the-top character in the way she acts.
All I am saying is if you're going to hang out with a woman, it has to be when the sun is up. And she can't be taller than me or younger than me or weigh less than me or look like she weighs less than me. If she happens to touch you, even if by accident, you will excuse yourself and call me immediately.
There were moments in this movie where she kind of goes a little bit to the edge of like getting silly, but then she kind of dials it back just enough where it feels genuine. Like this is kind of like how a friend of yours would talk in a situation like that. And you almost made me feel like, man, I wish she was my friend, you know? Like she came across that genuine. You could feel for her. And they did a really good job, I think, with that main character.
I really like how they both, Nick and Rachel, was very natural at, acting. So I love it. Yin Yang, you're so funny as always.
Who's Yin Yang? You mean Jin Yang?
Oh, Jin Yang.
Sweet
Jesus.
mamacita.
I can't even remember the name. Jin Yang from Silicon Valley.
Your app uses the same machine learning to recognize if a food is a hot dog
and a not hot dog. So very important. It's a hot dog, not hot dog. It's technology.
Really, honestly, the best comedy comes from Rachel's best friend, who's played what?
Aquafina.
You're an Ocean's 8.
Yes.
Now you're in this movie. I mean, like you're just a shooting star.
Yep.
Like Aquafina or something like that. I don't know if that's actually her real name. She's getting a lot of exposure lately. Apparently, she's like an Asian rapper turned actress, and man, she's good. She needs to get a lot more roles. Fantastic in this absolutely off-kilter type of character. Plays it to a T. Like with a lot of movies like this, the storyline can be really generic. Boy and girl fall in love, boy and girl break up, boy and girl get back together again. But because of its setting, because of the culture injected into it, it honestly felt very fresh. And I think that this is going to become a big blockbuster. It should become a big blockbuster. I honestly can't wait for the second one and the third one to come out based on upcoming books. Yeah, you know what? I honestly hope more guys go out to go watch this movie. I came out of the theater and I'm like, this place is like 80% women, which tells me that a lot of the people who read the book, because it's opening night, were women. But my hope is this becomes a really good date movie over the weekend. More dudes come out, get their friends to come out. And shoot, there were actually some guys who convinced all their friends to come out. In fact, this whole experience isn't really about our review. It's about everything that's been leading up to watching this movie, experience it with people who were there for opening night. We captured a bunch of people who were watching as well to share their feedback. And
I cried at the end of the movie, and I think you cried as well.
Not gonna lie, I did. There was actually a couple of scenes I teared up, probably in the most unusual scenes that you would not expect.
I was thinking about that because I was like, is he sniffing?
No, actually, that was because there was a booger on my nose. That's why I was sniffing. No, actually, that really was. I don't know why I have to justify there was a booger on my nose to say I wasn't. But in that particular scene, when you looked at me, you're like, "Oh, he's crying." No, actually, it was because of a booger on my nose, and I didn't want to go up.
So you did notice me turn around and.
Yes, because you were looking at me like I was crying, and I wanted to convey that no, I have something I want to get out of my nose. You know what? That's not important. Why am I even sharing this? Jeez
okay,
almighty.
so yeah.
I really hope like in the sequel they spend more time be able to go through like all the other characters because you can just tell there's some interesting parts to what these people are all about that, you know, when we're talking with people after the movie, they reveal, yeah, there's a lot more character depth in these scenarios. In particular with some of the characters who had, you know, really difficult times in the movie. You really want to be able to dig into that. 2 thumbs up, 2 Lulu's thumbs up right there. And if you're an Asian American, an Asian Singaporean, if you're poor, if you're rich, honestly, if you just love a good movie, it's worth supporting. And for me in particular, and for a lot of folks like me, representation in media matters.
I think the representation is still really important, just for anyone from kind of like a non-white background to see themselves represented in. It's like a big deal.
It's a big part of like why we vlog. I think it's important that we are in front of the camera and that other people can see us. There's more people inspired to be able to tell their story because Asians in general typically don't go down this path.
I love the ending part of the movie.
All right, no spoilers here.
No spoilers. Yes.
Don't talk about everyone died in a car crash. I was reading how they were approached by Netflix and they were going to give them a lot of money to stream it directly to Netflix rather than go through them.
I read
that? Oh.
I read it. Yes.
And they sat there and they had to make a quick decision and they could either take guaranteed money up front. Everyone walked away a millionaire type of thing.
And he walked away.
He walked away. Everyone walked away from that choice because they felt it was that important to see an Asian ensemble cast up on the big screen.
They believed in it.
That's right. Just like I believe you all will go watch this. It's so worth it. It's
We're
not like they're paying us anything to do this. Honestly, we normally don't do movie reviews. This is worthwhile.
Yes, it is. So.
That's right.
Believe it.
This is a guy who literally only watches
Marvels.
Blockbuster movies at the movie theater.
Yes, yes.
And this was worth full price movie ticket prices.
That's right.
My own rom-com right here.